Once celebrated for its vibrant literary heritage, Odisha is now witnessing a worrying decline in readership, particularly among the youth. Experts attribute this cultural shift to the growing influence of the internet, social media, and reels that have become the primary sources of content, often sidelining native language literature. Is Odisha actually losing readership? Odia content needs more promotion in mainstream media and social platforms. Contemporary Odia writers need more visibility, and modern works need more presence in social curricula, opine experts. With more literary events and exposure, young readers can attach to the richness of Odia literature. Why is reading declining in Odisha and how to save it? Let's listen to what Sujit Mohapatra, Secretary of Bakul Foundation, has to say about it.
Yes, see, if you look at it, there are more books being published today and more books selling, right? If you look at the book fairs. But the number of people who can read and are actually reading, that percentage has definitely gone down much compared to earlier. So the people who could read and the people who were reading, there was a bigger connection earlier. You get my point?
Yes.
Now, we have a huge population which can read but is not reading. And the main reason for this is, I would say, we don't really have a culture of reading. For example, I once did a teacher's training on reading promotion many years back. Okay, and we started with a game of musical chairs, and whoever comes out, like we give sometimes a task, right? You have to rub your nose, you do this, you sing a song or whatever. I asked people to talk about a book that they had read in the recent past. I had kept it vague enough. Okay. Now, most of the teachers actually talked about Ramayana, Mahabharata, or Gandhi's autobiography. A book that you don't have to have read in the recent past, because there's so much of it in the oral discourse, everyone talks about it, this and that you can easily repeat. And the next day, I didn't say anything. The next day they said, yes, we are embarrassed that, we don't read. And in one of the places, after I spoke, he said that, I have something to share. And then he shared that how, earlier, after going back, because he's someone with a TV journalism background, after he would go back home from office, he would normally be browsed through news channels on his phone. And after a couple of hours, an hour or two of him going through his phone, when he would leave the phone, his son would ask for the phone and then play around with it. Now, after listening to me, it was like a brainwave. And then he thought, let me, maybe I'm doing the wrong thing. So he went back home and he kept his phone aside for a change and then picked up a book to read. Immediately in some time, his son asked him. His son did not jump at the phone because the phone was free. His son actually asked him, I also want to read, and asked for another book. And then he said, well, you have your books. So he shared that there is direct impact. So if children don't see us reading, why will they follow our instructions to read?
A rich culture calls for attention. Odia literature is a reflection of our soul. If we want the next generation to take pride in their roots, we must modernize accents, support local writers, and make reading in Odia not just a duty, but a joy.